the appetites of the filthy rich are specific, altered from that of the common man. I feed some of that hunger with this building.
The Hotel Cortez was built by Mr. March, and it's populated by a whole variety of people, living and dead.
The hotel has passageways and rooms that lead to nowhere. It's a good place to call home.
There's a lot of influence, specific details, but this is original. We've sort of come up with our own Art Deco hotel. There is no Hotel Cortez.
People always have to have an explanation. Those odd little corridors that maybe once went somewhere.
It was in a constant state of becoming.
But the unusual really never stops in this house. Welcome to the Winchester Mystery House. Here we are in the guest reception hall where Sarah Winchester would have greeted her guests if she had ever had any. Sarah was an amazing woman. She was born around 1839, 1840, we're not sure. She was very cultured, had a good education. The story is that she had a very happy marriage with her husband, William Winchester. He was the son of the founder of the Winchester Repeating Arms Company.
Around that time, a series of unfortunate things started to happen to her. They had a child who died when she was just a few weeks old. William was pretty ill with tuberculosis, and he died shortly thereafter.
Supposedly, her family was being cursed or haunted by the spirits of people who'd been killed by the Winchester rifle. According to the legend, she consulted a spiritualist, medium, which was quite common at that time. She was advised to appease these spirits and build a house.
She purchased an 8-bedroom farmhouse in 1884 in the Santa Clara Valley, San Jose, and immediately started construction.
It was almost like her own little kingdom. She tended to purchase a lot of things from New York, Chicago, back east, and she could afford to buy the best.
There was no master plan for this building, and it is said that nightly she would hold seances to understand what the spirit's vision was and then start that building the next day. The house contains 40 staircases. Some of them are very bizarre. Some of them lead into nowhere, possibly a ceiling.
Well, according to legend, there were the good spirits and the bad ones. She wanted to confuse the bad ones and keep them off her back, and at the same time create an ambiance that was pleasant for the good spirits who could help her out.
Construction did not stop for 38 years, only on the day she passed, September 5th, 1922.
Some people say they've seen things sort of like smoky shadows. One tour guide thought she had seen Mrs. Winchester. It was a very small shadow, about 4'10", Mrs. Winchester's height. I myself, for example, have heard things I can't explain. Footsteps when there's no one there. It's a good energy, as far as I can tell. I think it's friendly, but there's definitely things that can't be explained.